Welcome back, guys. This is Nikot the Brave, and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. And we're going to go to the Ag Center.
SOS! SOS! Is anybody out there? This is High Pool. We are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack. Raiders with mortars and explosives are blasting our walls. If anybody can hear this, come at once. Don't know how long we can hold it.
Ranger Citadel, this is Ag Center. Come in. We're under attack. The plants, they're mutating out of control. They're tearing my people apart.
Ag Center, this is Citadel Base. Can you repeat? Did you say the plants were attacking?
Yes, goddammit, the plants. Something's gone wrong with the... the door. They're breaking down the door. Fall back, fall back.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. Did you copy those distress calls from High Pool and Ag Center? Over. Roger that. Listen, Echo 1, I have no one else in the area and no further intel at this time. I'm afraid it's going to have to be your decision which call to respond to first. Whichever one you choose, get there ASAP. Both situations are emergencies and both sounded like they were deteriorating rapidly. Copy? Uh-huh. Suspicious, isn't it, Echo 1? Like someone's monitoring our transmissions, trying to stop our little radio experiment before it starts. Keep an eye out for suspect characters. Copy? 10-4, Echo 1. Godspeed. Ranger Command out.
Alright, so this is going to take a little while.
Roger, Echo 1. Then listen. Deal with the emergency situation first before proceeding to the satellite dish. Repeat. Talk to Kathy Lawson and take care of her emergency. Then, go to the satellite dish and hook up the repeater. Protecting civilians is always a Ranger's #1 priority. Do you copy?
Yeah. Okay, so this is probably going to take more than one episode. This place is pretty big and has a lot of objectives, so just giving you that warning first.
Roger, Echo 1. Advise when complete. Ranger Command out.
Okay, so on the outside of the Ag Center, there's a lot of containers with stuff, so we're going to take it all before we go inside. Okay, I think that's all. We'll go turn on our perception circle. Don't want to go in there yet. We'll go reload. I'm gonna heal up just a bit. none of these people have field medics, so it's not going to be terribly important for them to.
Okay, this is bad. This is kill it with fire bad. What the hell caused this?
Okay, so. Whoops. This. Okay, so we have this ambush button which we can utilize to, whenever they get in range, we can automatically fire at them. Like that. Nice if I had some explosives, I could auto kill all of these guys basically, but I don't, unfortunately. So we have 8 action points. Damn it. Okay. So we're gonna go down here first. Riker's almost at a level up, so we're going to use him and well, not use. We'll level him up after this battle. Alright.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Echo 1, your team's recent progress merits a number. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done.
Okay, so I believe we know. I guess perks are gained at every 4 levels. That's fine. So let's see. We'll give them point and handguns. This one, we'll add a point in perception. Assault rifles. And, we'll put safe cracking and lockpicking for her. Alright. So... So this door is trapped. We're gonna use our demolitions expert to go detrap it or disable the traps, and then unlock it. Alright, cool. I think there's a thing out here, I'm not sure. I guess, never mind. Okay, so... Okay, so this is a chest that can only be opened using computer science. We don't have anyone just yet, but we will. Now, I'm not totally sure why this door happens to have like the most, you know, complete badass lock ever, but we're not even going to try to open it because we're going to have way too high of a percentage of critical failure. We don't want to go mess around with critical failures. Sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're really bad, so we're not going to deal with that. So I think over here is something we can pick up. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Alright. Just some extra loot, which is fine. Okay, we'll go out there in just a moment. We don't need to just yet. There's some extra loot in this building and some rabbits we can kill over here, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Yeah, the rabbits are right here. So I think I'm gonna have my sniper wait right there, crouch, and then we'll utilize the rest of our team members to open this up. Could have sworn there was something in the back. Never mind. So there's just a lock, which we're going to use our safe cracking skill to open up. Okay. So this combat issue backpack, it helps a lot, especially for characters that you're not going to be using, that you're not going to have run around. So there. Okay. Frank's. Actually, that's the wrong person. This one. All right. We'll give her that trinket. Combat speed. It modifies the distance that you can travel before you know, it utilizes an action point. So alright, so this person, alright, sight blocked, sight blocked. What about if I stand up? Still can't do it. That sucks. I think that's one of the reasons why I couldn't do it before, was it's just not possible. Even though you can see, you just can't actually, you know, attack anything. Where are you? Okay, so yeah, there's nothing there. So I'm gonna utilize the Mississippi Mule for a moment. I think I'm gonna trigger a
Hello?
cutscene.
By the doors. Can you hear me? What was that? Did you idiots just blow yourselves up right in front of the door? You pricks better be the damn Rangers. We've been calling for help for hours. The plants have gone crazy. About time. Yes, we need help. What have I been saying? I'm opening the doors now.
Rangers, where have you been?
Ms. Lawson, meet the new recruits. Recruits, meet Ms. Lawson.
Forget the friendly introductions, Angie. Wasn't the deal we made with the Rangers, we give you food, you give us protection? Well, your recruits are looking pretty goddamn well fed, but we've been up to our tits in killer tomatoes for 8 hours, and not a Ranger in sight.
You should take it from here, recruits. Learning to deal with angry citizens is part of the job.
About time. Now listen, we think the mutations stem from contamination in our irrigation system. Unfortunately, the computer that operates the pumps seems to be malfunctioning and we can't shut it off remotely. Maybe its circuits are overloaded from all the alarms going off. The computer is down the corridor past the airlock behind us. I can open that lock, but if you're gonna do your job and rescue our guys, see Rose. She has the current override codes for the greenhouse airlocks. Either way, we'll lead you to the computer room eventually. If you can get the computer working, you can shut down the pumps from there. If not, you'll have to go into the east and west fields and turn off the valves by hand. Now get going before any more of my people die. Sometimes I think that thing is more trouble than it's worth. It's supposed to automate all our irrigation and feeding, but it seems to be, like, on the fritz most of the time. As if the rest of this craziness wasn't enough, the plants are also starting to explode. Get too close to one of those red pods and bam! Come to think of it, everyone who's changed into one of those pod people got blasted first. If I could get one of those pods to study, intact, I might be able to come up with a cure. I suppose a handful of fragments of pods, let's say 10, would do the trick. If you can't manage to collect a whole one. If we don't find a cure, the infection will surge back and we'll all be dead. You want to use our radio dish now. Can you see we're in the middle of a fucking crisis? Fuck you. Go find it yourselves. Yes, go. Do your job. I'll open the central airlocks for you now. But remember, we might have people trapped in the greenhouses, so talk to Rose for the door codes.
Don't touch anything!
If it isn't Dr. Rose. Still as creepy as ever, I see.
Hello, Angela, dear. Still as fearful and technophobic as ever, I see.
After what I've been through, can you blame me? Robot arms make me nervous.
Do you say the same to your old friend Gilbert? I understand he has a new leg now.
I hate that thing. I told him not to get it.
You would rather he was still lame?
Well, leave me alone.
So, oh, that? I lost it in a gardening accident. A traveling doctor gave me the new one. Quite a gadget, isn't it? We at the Ag Center are constantly looking for newer, safer ways to improve crop yield and wholesomeness. This lab is where that experimentation takes place. He's our fearless leader, and a dear, dear boy. Things have really improved here since he took over. I hope that exploding pod didn't do him any lasting damage. We need him now more than ever. She's a bright young thing. I taught her all I know about plants and seeds, and she has gone on to outstrip me in every way. A sponge for knowledge. I hope she can figure out the root of this madness. It's got me stumped. It has to be contamination in the irrigation system. We feed the plants a brew of nutrients through a series of pipes. I can only think that some strange toxin got into the mixture. Unfortunately, the computer that controls the system seems to be stuck in feed mode. And none of us who made it to the lobby is savvy enough to repair it. I know all about the Rangers. I've been around a long time, after all. I even remember when you took over the Citadel from its former occupants. Oh yes, the Guardians of the Old Order. I suppose that was before your time. But they gave the Rangers quite a fight. Almost won, in fact. I'm sure your veterans will tell you all about it. As I said, you should ask the other Rangers about them. She said she was from the east of the old prison, which is odd now that I come to think of it. Radiation's closed off the way east for years. I'm a botanist, not an engineer. But it's almost as dexterous as the old one. I've gotten quite used to it. I wish I could say the same about the fuel cell that powers it. I shouldn't have brought it up. I don't like to talk about it. It's some kind of high-tech power source. The unsettling thing is that the doctor implanted it in my chest. I have a glowing blue gem set right into my sternum. And no, you can't see it. I'm much too old to be flashing my lady bumps. Many of the plants are growing them now. They explode when you get near them. What's strange is some of the infected farmers and researchers are growing pods too, as if they were becoming plants as well. I don't understand it. Those men and women are some of my best friends. And now, I'm afraid they're changing just like the farmers. If you are willing to dare the greenhouses, you might be able to save some of them. I hope. The greenhouses are where we test new species. There's one on either side of the central corridor. I'm afraid a lot of my fellow researchers are trapped in there, if they haven't already transformed. I have the airlock codes to go in there, but I don't know if I dare. Not alone. You didn't see them out in the yard? You're lucky. They're attacking everything that moves. And I'm afraid the poor fellows in the east and west fields will be affected too. Yes, I have the greenhouse code, but listen. I want to come with you. I need more samples if I'm going to make sense of this mess. If you let me come with you, I'll take you through the doors myself, and I can help you find your way around. And don't worry, I have a gun. I can take care of myself. What do you say? Every rose has its thorns, children. Mine's an antique. Can I join you? Excellent. Let me just turn this burner off and I'll be all ready. We can stock up from my lab supplies if you'd like.
Okay,
It may
so-
look disorganized in here, but I know where everything is.
Okay, so this is our computer science person, Rose. She has a lot of skill points in that, and so she's going to help a lot. She also has surgery and some other skills as well. Okay.
Be careful if you go in there. I asked one of our techs to secure some of my valuables. I don't think I have the skill to disable the rather aggressive countermeasures on the safe.
Nice. What is that? Bladed weapon? Okay. Okay, so Angela. See, if this person explodes, well, if he dies, he explodes and does a bunch of damage around him, so I'm gonna try to, just chill out until his turn comes around, and then, try to off him as soon as I can. So I don't want to go in here because there's a bunch of researchers out there that I don't have the time to save, and I want to try to save them all. So we're gonna
Rangers,
go
hot
around.
dog. I knew you'd come.
We're gonna go around the other way.
Watch out for those pods, youngsters. They explode.
That Winston? Help is coming, Winston.
Okay, so it's important that I specifically choose. What happened to whatever? Why is that so high? Oh, never mind. Because okay, there we go. So, we're gonna take Rose, and we're going to use our surgeon skill on this person. And hopefully we don't critical fail. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna wait to open up this chest simply because if we get close to the exploding pod, it's gonna explode and destroy the chest. And we'll be able to approach it later. Go open that later when we have a better skill rating. It's the fin.
Don't worry, I can open the airlock.
Rangers, I see one of our animal researchers, Julio, near the radio dish.
Whoops.
Looks like he's been cornered by his own rabbit. Watch out for those
Oh
rabbits.
my!
They've got
I
big,
consider
nasty
myself unflappable, but that caught me off guard.
Shit. Well, whatever. It's okay. That was probably going to get in the way anyways, so...
Watch it. Looks like the pods are triggered by sudden movement.
hope you're all right, Julio. That must have been heartbreaking for you.
Okay, so we're gonna take one guy down there and wait for the pods to blow up. I believe there's one more down here. No, okay.
Come in, Ranger Citadel! Come in, Scorpion HQ! This is Bergen again, calling from High Pool. We are still under attack. These damn wreckers are blowing us to pieces. Send help! Anyone! High Pool, this is Ranger Citadel. Our closest team is already answering a call at Ag Center, but they will try to reach you as soon as they can. You read me? Over. Yeah, Vargas. We've heard it all before. High Pool always comes last, doesn't it? The Scorpions don't treat us like second-class citizens. The Scorpions don't move! Shit! Hit the deck!
Okay. So we're gonna go down.
You made it to the computer room. Great. Okay, now listen. The computer is basically fried. Unless you're secret genius hackers, its functions are going to be pretty limited for now. It'll only be able to open one airlock at a time.
Unfortunately, well, fortunately, that's not a problem for us because Rose is a secret computer hacker, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna go in here.
You found the mushroom cave. That's where Dr. Larson did all...
I don't get down here a lot. Afraid I don't know much about it. Good Lord. Look at the size of that mushroom. Skinner knows these caves better than anyone.
So was like a delay turn function.
My animals. Oh God. Your current state.
Where's the split function? Hold on. I'm going to look up what the split function is in this game. I'll be right back. Okay, so I can just do this. Alright.
God damn it. I told you to be careful.
Oh,
Now
wow.
I'm gonna have to face your asses, too. Well, just make sure you bring some fragments of those pods for me. 10 should do. Hopefully I'll be able to synthesize a cure once I know what it is.
I don't think there's any people around there, so... So we're just gonna go around and just, trigger these pods so that, we can go around here unhindered. Otherwise it's a pain in the ass. And we don't want to waste our ammo destroying it. Okay, well, so thank you for joining me. This is the end of this episode. We'll pick off on the rest of Ag Center on the next episode.